Hey everybody, and welcome to a fun and exciting candy experiment. Today's experiment, we're using Twizzlers. Now we have a standard format that we use here for some of our candy experiments. Some of them are sort of out of the blue, but for these particular, there's sort of a series we're doing. We try candy 5 ways, and it's all about sort of cooking / temperature. What we do is we try it room temperature, frozen, refrigerated, baked, and microwaved. And we see maybe if the candy's improved, if it's sort of cooked or prepared differently. So we're going to start room temperature, a room temperature Twizzler. I mean, it's a Twizzler. It's slightly rubbery. I mean, you can read my review. I do have a review of Twizzlers online. Check it out. But I mean, it's a fine candy, but maybe it can be improved a little bit if we change the temperature, because a big part of Twizzlers is the feel of it and everything like that. So we're going to try another temperature, and the first one we're going to try is refrigerated. This has generally been found to be the least changing. So I tried this with marshmallows, and it really wasn't that big a difference. And to be honest, other than being a little cold, which is actually kind of pleasant. It just tastes like a regular Twizzler. In fact, it warms up so quickly that the end bit here by my hand, this has been in the refrigerator for more than a week, and already the end bit by my hand is just turning into a room temperature. So we discovered that Twizzlers don't hold their temperature very well. But we'll go to the next extreme, which is frozen. I should mention, I pulled these out of the freezer like less than a minute ago. In fact, seconds ago, and it's already, when I pulled it out, it was rock hard, but that's actually okay. There's something kind of satisfying, and it seems to have like condensed in on itself or something. The little hole in the middle is like all flat. It might even be slightly smaller. Again, it is warming up really quickly. Like by the time I get to the bottom part here, it already feels like it's room temperature. One day, other than a Charleston Chew, I'm going to find the candy that works better frozen. I guess Mars bars are pretty good too. So the next thing we're going to try, we're going to start to go, excuse me. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to go into the warm category. So there's no instructions on how to cook a Twizzler, so I just kind of guessed. But first we'll start with microwaved. So I microwaved this Twizzler for about 2 minutes on high. So, you know, it's sort of, it came out really floppy. Like if you compare it to the regular ones, like this sort of holds its shape. This one does not at all. So there's something has happened to this for sure. So this is a microwave. It's still a little warm. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's like a different flavor. It has almost a baked, and the texture is fantastic. I was worried. I actually microwaved this on a silicone mat because I was terrified that it would just stick to everything. But it didn't at all. It was easy to, like a minute or two in the microwave. It's warm. The flavor hits you faster and less, and it's so much chewier. I will say this is better than the plain ones. Microwave them for about 1.5 minutes. That is a front runner right there. Oh my God. Again, I've only pulled it out of the microwave like a couple minutes ago, and it's like less than a minute ago, and it's fantastic. Next, baked. Now this is something kind of odd. So So I pulled this again. I pulled this out of the microwave like less than a minute ago, or less than a minute plus whatever time it's taken me to shoot up until now. When I pulled it out, it was like jelly, but now it's actually rock hard. So it's sort of following the right principles that candy would do. Like when you boil sugar, it turns into a liquid, but then the minute you pull it off there, it starts to set. And so basically, I think what I've done, I think I've just turned my licorice into a hard candy. So this was baked for about 10 minutes at 350. You can see it's actually browned a little bit too. That was my indication about when it was done, was I figured when it browned a little bit, because I mean, I didn't want to just warm it up. The idea was to actually bake it a little bit. So, oh my God, it's a full-on hard candy. It's okay too. The texture is really unique. I wouldn't say this is better. It's got a toasty flavor. A lot of the sort of plain red licorice flavors sort of disappear. I would seriously recommend trying this. It was amazing. I might post a video how to turn your licorice into hard candy. It's so crunchy. That's insane. Oh my God. That is so bizarre. Well, I think I'm going to give you the list of how I think it went. I think the least, I mean, are we talking different or are we talking better? If we're talking best, I think the plain and the refrigerated are pretty much tied. They're average. They're nothing special. I think it's slightly improved when they're cold, which is strange. But you have to freeze it because it loses the temperature so quickly. Or literally just eat it right out of the fridge. Bring it up to your place where you're shooting your videos. Might have cooled it down. It's instantaneously loses its heat. So frozen is a bit better and a bit more interesting, but microwaved is really good. That is probably the best one. But as far as unique, the oven one is it's bizarre. I mean, it comes out really floppy, and then it sort of just gets rock hard almost instantly, and suddenly you've got a hard candy. So I would say, if you're going to do this, if you want to try and improve your licorice, microwave it for about a minute to 2 minutes on high, and then bite into it. You might want to let it cool a little bit. It might be a little hot. You might don't want to burn your mouth, but that was really good. If you want something unique and just sort of a fun experiment, pop it in the oven 350 for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just when it starts getting brown, not white. It sort of turned white and then went brown. Just when it starts to brown a little bit, put it in there, pop it out. It comes out really floppy, but really quickly, it just turns into a hard candy. And it's just so bizarre to eat a licorice that's a rock candy. That was crazy. Man, this experiment was crazy fun. I'm going to have more experiments like this. Stay tuned. I've got a few other treats I want to try. Freezing, refrigerating, microwaving, putting in the oven, and then also having plain just sort of as a comparison. So make sure to check back. We'll definitely have more videos like this coming up. If you want to follow me on Twitter, go to @CandyCritic. And you can also go to candycritic.org and find links to all the other social media, including Facebook and Instagram and all that fun stuff. When we're coming up with these experiments, we often post things on there and sort of ask questions, see what you guys think we should do next, what would be the next experimental fun thing to try. Also make sure to go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/candycritic. You can help support us, but you can also get a bunch of content ahead of time. If we do bloopers, I have videos of me sort of putting this together. That's going to go on our Patreon page. So make sure to check that out if you can. There you can also get our comic book snack facts. You can actually get issues just by being a patron, but you can also buy our comic book called Snack Facts. You can go to candycritic.org. There's a link right there on the main page. It's Snack Facts is just a micro comic all about snacks and candy and stuff. You can buy physical copies, you can buy digital copies, whatever you like. We got them all for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.